Good morning, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptionstrading.com. It is Thursday, the 31st of May. This is your last morning setups for the month of May. Hope you've all had a good month. It's been a decent month for me, good month. I can't really complain. Week's been good so far, and let's jump into it. We are mostly flat here, but there's a lot of news out there this morning that is going to be affecting a lot of different sectors in this market. You can see GM is already one of them, and we'll get into that. So first off, let's go right into the SPY. We're opening flat today. You know, one of the things I like to go over first with you guys always is levels. Levels, 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 what to look for. So right now, we know today, if we're going to be good, right, the market's strong, first of all, if we take out this area right here, you got a lot of pivots right around this 273.40 area, right? You can see them lined up here. 1, 2, call it 3, 4, right, in this range, 4 here. You take that out, then you look at your next area is the top, you know, this candle here, right, the which would be the open. The open was 273.96, and then the high, right, the high is 274.25. You take out 274.25, that's what we've been waiting for. You have a gap on the SPX to 275. You'll get 275 fast, and then we see where we can go from there. 276 comes quickly into play. So these are your upside targets, but you got to break this area, which has been tough. You know, wouldn't shock me if we did here. You know how they love to get everybody out before they go. After the sideways consolidation, break the lower end of the range, get everybody out, and now come back in. And, you know, yesterday was a good old-fashioned short squeeze beat down, and they didn't let anybody out. And we'll go over that again. Downside today, first, if you can hold the 8-day, that would be fabulous at 271.76, right? And then you really got to start looking to, you don't want to re-engulf this candle. So the 100 days where we've held a couple times, I would look for that. And that comes in right here around 270.73. Anything below that, and I start getting nervous, here's your 270 area. So those are your downside targets. For me today, very, very simple. I'm looking for some continuation or some inside digestion. Yesterday was a very, very big time short squeeze. We gapped up large and we never gave the shorts a way out. Squeezed all the way in all day long. Now they have them trapped. The question is, do they put their foot on the accelerator? Or they give them a way out here? And that's the real question today. That's what you really have to look to see. You're not gapping up means they're at least giving them the thought that they can get out. Maybe they pull it a little bit to try to rope some more in. We'll see. This area, this 274 area, has been tough to break through. So we'll come back to GM overnight. First of all, we had oil numbers last night. They were okay. You can see oil coming off a little bit on it. We have oil numbers again today at 10:30, right? So put that in your head. 2 days in a row of oil numbers because of the short week. Bonds, which we're all keeping an eye on here, they came off high. See what they do, right? If we really are, Italy is going to be nothing, and these bonds are going to come crashing back down again. I'm already long TBT, and we should see that start to happen soon. And we will watch Bitcoin just to see if there's anything reason to start getting long some of the crypto blockchain companies. And it's acting a little bit better here than it has in the past. Maybe it tries to hold here. All right. So today there's a couple pieces of news out there. First of all, X. X is up huge. X, I looked at this last night and I didn't even look at it and I just groaned. You guys know I had a nice day trading X yesterday, but I didn't hold my comment. I got rid of it before, through the middle of the day because I was looking for this move and it wouldn't come and I didn't want to hold it overnight because X always is like a widowmaker. Guess what? So there's a rumor out that Trump's going to impose tariffs on steel and aluminum on the European Union. And it's up huge and it's up here. This is a rumor. It is not announced. I am a strong believer of sell on the rumor on these things. We've seen this before when the news comes out and X comes crashing back down, right? And I know you want to know where that was. You don't even have to look. It's easy to see it. Rumor. Wait, wait, wait. Oh, news. Boom. So we'll see. Okay, so be careful with this. It's opening up above the Bollinger Bands. It's right up into this area again. It's a nice move. I would not be chasing X up here other than for a quick scalp. I might even think of a short if you really wanted it. So all that one, AKS is going to be up on that, right? Alcoa, right? Nucor, all these steel and aluminum stocks are going to be up on this. Next one, big announcement just out. SoftBank just invested $2.25 billion in GM for their electric car unit. Huge. GM spiking up on volume, 250,000 shares. Hey, guess what, guys? Our 40 calls just went back to even. I may roll them further out at this point. This is going to be a nice move. What this does here is it brings us back into this top of this range, right? Now it's got to get through the 200-day if it's going to be any good and hold it, right? You can see it's been below it now for a while, sliced through it here, came close to it here, but never has gone in. So this is big. We'll see how this handles here, right? So we'll keep an eye on GM today. GM looks like it's in play. This huge move may keep us out of it. By the way, this is not going to be good news for Tesla. Tesla had that big use yesterday. It's coming off a little bit. Watch to see how they come out do with this here at this point, right? If more cars, more competition for Tesla is not a good thing. Okay. Some other things today. So those are some big things that are affecting the markets today. Biogen got a nice upgrade this morning early on. Okay. Who did it? Let me go pull it up for you guys real quick. Bib upgraded from buy to a hold at Canaccord, point target 335. So keep an eye. This one can move. This one's already starting to wake up ahead of this. So this one can start, has room to run if it wants it. The nice thing about Biogen, you can play it if it's in vogue today, it's in play. You can buy some cheap options on Bib, some out of the money calls that are real cheap, and see if it can go, right? Play it like a lotto. So right now it's up around 300. So you could try like the 310s, which should be like 50 cents. Grab one or two, see if they go. Because if it goes, these things will triple or quadruple real fast. And this thing can move. I mean, look at yesterday's move. This thing moved 12 bucks yesterday. So we'll take an eye on it. So that's another name that's in play. Energy had a huge day yesterday, absolutely explosive day yesterday. That big call buyer got paid on XLE. So what am I looking for today? I have my eyes on Schlumberger. Why Schlumberger? It's not moving much yet this morning because it has a nice gap to fill right here, right? And it didn't fill it. So we'll look at Schlumberger. Halliburton's another name that has a gap to fill dead ahead, wasn't as strong. Names that were strong yesterday. Look at that strength in XOM yesterday on that upgrade and everything was incredible. In Fuego, COP, another nice move on that. One of my favorites to go back to. Will get ready back up the highs, right? These are the names they want. Rig, not so much. I still own some, but a nice bounce here, but didn't have the power that we're looking for. Still has some of that gap to fill. So keep an eye on some energy names for some follow through. We do have oil numbers today at 10:30. And then that will make life easier for a lot of these names if they want it. Tech, all that buying stuck yesterday. Keep an eye on it. 11,000 of those options are traded. Those were the July 28th. So they stuck there. Twitter, I keep my eye on it. There was a lot of buying in Twitter yesterday. Sneaky buying yesterday in Twitter. We caught some of it. More of those July 36s piled up. This thing looks ready to go. Don't lose track of this one. Same thing with Square. This one looks like it's ready to break out. Just needs time. It's digesting here. Maybe today's the day. Some other names. Google has some news out of the European Union that it's actually some of the privacy laws have been good for it. Remember that we had that sneaky call buyer late yesterday afternoon. So keep an eye on that one, right? That guy was really kind of sneaky. He came into here. It's up. You see it's gapping up already. That guy came in very late in the day, in the last 20 minutes or so, and hit the weekly 1095 calls at 65 cents. So we'll see if he gets his move. Facebook has a shareholder meeting today, so that one could get some news. Amazon continues to look really poised and good here. Okay, like that name as well. Microsoft had a huge amount of call buying in the 110s and the 105s yesterday into the close. And that's the type of stuff that I like to pay attention to, because when you see that, usually that means somebody thinks something's going to happen, and they came into the July calls. Trying to pull them up for you, and for some reason I can't find it. There they are. July 100 and 105 calls. Nice amount of buying there in Microsoft yesterday. So, a lot of these names look really good here. Netflix looks like it's getting ready maybe for another move. Nice, slow, grinding, some small action, maybe getting ready to pop again. Keep an eye on that one. Micron got some of a downgrade this morning, so it's down. AMAT has more of that gap to fill, so we'll see what this one wants to do. There was some call buying in weeklies yesterday that didn't lead to anything. What else, guys? BABA waiting. It's wearing everybody out. That usually means when it's going to go, when everybody's worn out. Don't lose track. Keep an eye on it. Today this one is sitting here pretty flat. You look at this action, you say, God, it looks just choppy and horrible. All these big high tails, but it could be starting to wake up. Could be starting to wake up here and get ready to go. So with that said, today, guys, it's been a nice week. We are a little bit, sentiments went from extremely bearish to extremely bullish, and in the space of 24 hours. Okay. So you need to be aware that we got a little heated. The question for me today is, do they come in and push more and squeeze the shorts? And can we really break out? Can we get above 274 and go? That's the real question. Personally, I think a day off here or the rest of the day would do this market some good right after that. But they have the shorts on the ropes. Watch GM, watch Twitter, Netflix, Amazon's in play. Walmart, by the way, had a beautiful wake up day yesterday, right? With their shareholder meeting, what they announced, right to the 21 day. See if there's any power to get further on that. We have Costco earnings tonight, Ulta earnings tonight, Lululemon's tonight, GME is tonight. So there's a lot of tonight. Today's been one of those days, one of those rare days when we have a decent amount of earnings out there tonight. And if you like names like tech, there was great buying in that as well. And Microsoft. Don't lose track of Microsoft here. Microsoft looks really good, ready to go. With that said, I'll see you guys all 9 live. And for the open, everybody have a great morning.